The honourable member for Indi. The question is that the House do now adjourn.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to talk about the importance of tertiary education in rural and regional communities. Indi is blessed with the presence of two branches of universities. LaTrobe has a campus in Wodonga and CSU a small branch in Wangaratta, and we have two TAFE colleges, Go TAFE in Wangaratta and Wodonga College of TAFE. LaTrobe University is the largest provider of tertiary education in regional Victoria, and tonight I would like to concentrate my remarks on the Albury-Wodonga campus of LaTrobe. It employs 85 staff, has an enrolment of around 900 undergraduates and postgraduate students, and offers programs in health science, business, science, arts and education. LaTrobe Albury-Wodonga campus hosts 3 research centres: the Murray-Darling Freshwater Research Centre, the Centre for Water Policy and Management, and the John Richards Research Initiative into Ageing in Rural Communities. This centre is working on groundbreaking research into rural wellness, and it's funded by the Australian Research Council and is undertaking research in Victoria, Queensland and Canada. And I'd also like to mention LaTrobe University's sponsorship of the very popular and erudite Kerr Federation, which is held annually in the beautiful town of Beechworth. For the people of Indi, access to tertiary education is a key priority, but sadly there's a gap between the aspiration and the reality. In the Hume region, which covers a large percentage of Indi, tertiary education rates are low. In 2012, 30%, when the Victorian state average is closer and sometimes predicted to be over 40%. The reasons are many, but can be summarised under the headings of cost: the cost of courses, of living away from home and of accessing study; geography and the related issues of distance, lack of public transport and the need to live away from home; and limited provisions, with only 2 campuses and both in the northern parts of the electorate; poor communication networks, which makes distance education problematic; and that of class. Many people do not believe that going to university is for me. It's not what our family does. LaTrobe University in Albury-Wodonga is working hard to address these barriers. Approximately 65% of its students are the first in their families to go to university, and 85% are from low SES backgrounds. And approximately 95% of students at LaTrobe in Albury-Wodonga are commencing university for the first time are over 20-year-old. And one effective program to bring closer engagement between the university and the community is a Commonwealth Government-funded Higher Education Participation and Partnership Program, HEP. HEP enables students and supports LaTrobe University to work with school students to build aspirations and to identify achievable pathways to tertiary education. And, Madam Speaker, this work is paying dividends. One of the greatest outcomes is that 90% of 2012 graduates from Albury-Wodonga LaTrobe campus are employed in our local area, with only 10% going away to the city following graduation. And I see and experience the impact of these graduates every day. Research into rural community development shows that where educational institutions exist in rural communities, they provide a focus for the arts, for community renewal, for entrepreneurship and for business. We know education is both a public good and a private asset. We know that rural communities benefit where there are strong regional educational institutions, and we know that the public good of an educated and skilled workforce brings with it high levels of capacity and capability, especially for innovation. But not all is well in the area of tertiary education. Where we need growth, development and innovation, we are facing contraction and reduction. And one of the causes is the efficiency dividend, which will severely reduce funding to LaTrobe by $30 million between 2014 and 2017. These cuts will have significant impact on teaching, learning and research grants. It's a most worrying development. And in closing, it's my belief that of all the investments a community can make, investment in education gives some of the best returns. and tonight I would like to acknowledge and pay tribute to the staff, students and families who support the work of LaTrobe University. We as a community are grateful for your work and dedication.